I was kidnapped in 1941 and brought to this family in Moulton, Alabama. It was a pigsty. That's the only, somebody asked me to define pigsty, just that. This woman killed her twins, Peggy and Carl Dempsey. They were born out of wedlock, and this is a dressed up version of them. I never saw them looking like this. They got together for this photo, which they had to have brought the photographer in from either Huntsville, because Moulton and maybe Decatur, the closest town, didn't have it back then. This was in about 1941, the Springs. This is me, and this is this woman who killed her twins, born out of wedlock, that I had to call mother, and I can remember. They've tried to kill me over and over, the people that kidnapped me, and then this family that covered it up, because she would have faced the gas chambers in Alabama for the murder of the twins. So I was placed there and given the name of the dead twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey, and like I say, I married a Childers. So this is Emory Dempsey, and this is Lavinia Dempsey, his wife, and this is Annie Carter, married to Ezra, who was a teacher at Lexington Academy. She lived in Carlisle. I went up there twice. The first time when I had a car furnished by Larry Flint, who I remember him saying when I first met him, October of '83, during a political campaign, he helped me, and he said, the first thing he said to me, he says, you don't have to tell me anything about yourself. I know all there is to know. They were going to send you back a vegetable. I didn't know what he meant back. It was a month or so later, or maybe not that long, I started finding out that my real name is Margaret Ann Windsor, and some of my videos are not allowed to be seen. And I'm finding out that that's the reason, because it was a double used for my father to take him down that married Wallace Warfield Simpson. My father, Edward VIII, was married to, the only marriage he had, and the only child he had is me, born in '39. And this is the reason that they're keeping on a list that can't be viewed of my videos. So anyway, she, when I had the endorsement in the, I'll go ahead and show it, of Hustler, saying I knew who was responsible for his shooting in Lawrenceville, Georgia. I was doing the book on medical malpractice, mind control, and Larry McDonald, the congressman doctor, who really was in on trying to kill me on April Fool's Day of '80. I'd gotten a letter from the U.S. Attorney, William Harper, June the 23rd, which, by the way, is my father's birthday, June the 23rd. And saying national security involved, ongoing investigation. Mr. Flint was shot, and I was writing about mind control murders and done in patterns. And Mr. Flint had been shot during that time, March the 6th of '78. And I'm later flown out there during the campaign in '83 when Larry McDonald, congressman doctor, that I wrote about in the book, and then was almost killed, and of course the book never got published, but really it was a prelude to why it all really happened, who I am, Victoria II, legal heir to the British Crown, and the fact that this woman, because of her greed, and her father, George VI, illegal, helped kidnap me. Take his own brother down, knowing very well that his brother, my father, was married to Claudia O'Keefe. She was a school teacher, sister to George O'Keefe. She was considered a commoner and not worthy of being the Queen Mom. I was born in '39, Victoria II. There was an addendum to the forced abdication, all legal. And so that they kidnapped me. Her father helped. Joe Kennedy was ambassador there. His two sons, I'm surmising this part, this one part. All the rest of it is so true. how did I get across the pond from Buckingham Palace, because that's where they got me, and brought to Moulton, Alabama with this family of thugs. And they live near Cortland Air Base that had just been opened in 1941. So is that how they got me there, John Kennedy? Because there's a whole bunch of connections to John Kennedy that they're not going to tell him, and Martin Luther King and Andrew Young, ambassador to South Africa. You can make your surmising there, because it's not surmising, it's true. And coming Monday, you won't hear my name unless I'm dead, and then you wouldn't. And you won't hear the deals made, and you won't hear about the Kennedys, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Bilderbergers, the Jews, and my own uncle and part of my family that took down my father with nothing but cold-blooded lies. My God, he wasn't even married to Wallace Simpson. He was married to my mom. This is a birth certificate of the twin Carl. Both of them were dead, with Alabama blatantly just covered up, which is illegally, because they had them born when they were in 1938, and then I come along after they kidnapped me. They gave me the date of January the 7th of 39. So this is illegal according to what they say here. But they marked through it. All of it's been illegal. This is my dad, Edward VIII, and the reason they're taking my, making them where you can't view them. This is the real King Edward VIII, my dad. This is the double. Excuse me if I can hardly get around from all of the... She's an American spy, and this is an imposter that became the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, that, by the way, Madonna made a movie out of, which is a total lie, other than the opulence that they lived in, and that's exactly why this woman, she has no conscience whatsoever, and evidently none of them do. And I hope I haven't lost my train of thought here and made it clear one more time, because if they've been taking the other videos down, they probably will take this one down. So they put in here the... it's so horrible, because you have to see what they've done to me in this country. When her father helped bring me over here, take down his own brother, and kidnap Victoria II, me, the day I was born, because of the addendum and all of it, and the lies and the forced abdication. Here he is in 39 with Roosevelt. He had just come from Canada. So he's taken over. He means for my dad to be gone, me to be gone, 99 years seal put on it with Roosevelt here. So anyway, I've put that up, and I think they've described my father total polar opposites from who he is. That's why they took him down. But this really got to me. They've tried to say that my father abdicated and he's just Looney Tune. Well, they've made me look like that here with everybody knowing the truth. This woman went through, she's got my money, sold out my country, illegal treaties, living a life of a monarch, and she's illegal and a thief and a killer. And to hear them, they just don't speak about my father, but he did. This is William, and he's talking about the future of his two sons. I don't even know where my two sons are, Mark and Scott. And if the world ever sees what was done to them, it's so hideous. This is an old photo. I want to get this in here, though. I wrote about Larry Flint. Tried to then. I was writing about mind control before this video goes off. This is part of the patterns. My sons, Mark and Scott, and they've paid, like I have, for the crimes committed by the Illuminati, the Bilderbergers, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, my own uncle, and the Kennedy clan. And our crime, if we've had one, is being born. And this is, they brought me and gave me the twin name. Both twins were dead. And this is one of the mind control murders. Scott and Mark Kelly, the twins, astronauts, and Scott's up on the space lab. And Mark was married to, or is married to, Congresswoman Gabby Gifford. She did